Howdy, howdy. And we are back. So the last stream dropped, so I just ended it, created a new one, and I'm going to invite Nick and Gary back up here. So bear with me for just a moment while I do that. There we go. And we'll see if that comes back up. All right, there's Gary. I see Gary watching.
I am back.
Welcome back. All right, and then we'll give Nick a chance there. Well, good thing is we got through quite a few of them. And this one I've got a green check now. So maybe next time I'll just need to make sure. Oh, we lost our. Did you leave, Gary?
No, I'm here.
We lost our one viewer. Next time maybe I'll get that extra long Ethernet cable.
Yeah.
I knew I was gambling. I knew it. That's all right.
Yeah, I've done that before. And you're like, it'll be fine. And then boom, there it goes.
Oh, you know what? I have to send it on my phone because that message isn't getting through to Nick. So let me leave you by yourself. I'll be right back.
Welcome back, chat. If you were at the last live stream, Mike's Ethernet went out. So he plugged back in. And so we're going to try part 2 and finish the rest of these games here. That's the plan.
You are always such a good host. Okay,
Hey,
so now
I try.
you're great. This is the fun of technology with me. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thank you for surviving that little blip there. I'm just gonna get Nick in here, and Gary's gonna. You were doing your game, right, Gary?
I think I was up next. Yeah, do my
Okay.
second game.
Okay. So let me get that invite again. There we go. Copy. Send to myself. I got the picture of it, but I don't remember. What was it that you had picked?
It was Unforgiven.
Oh, I wanted to hear about this one.
Yeah.
Yes. This one's totally new to me. But I love this historical stuff.
Yeah, then you'll dig this one.
Okay. I just gotta get this. Maybe he'll get it in Discord. I'll try it in Discord. Nope. Well, while I'm messing around trying to get him,
All right.
I won't have the pictures up, but tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll see. Give me 1 second here.
There it is.
If you want, I might be able to share my screen.
Yes, actually, I think you can. There he is.
Yeah. If you want to pull it up there, I can share my screen and then
Yes. If I can find you again. There you are.
So this is Unforgiven, the Lincoln assassination trial. It's a two-player game, and it came. I think it was a Kickstarter. It's kind of difficult to find, from what I understand, but the way this game works. So the story is it's post the assassination, and Mary Surratt is on trial, and she's the one, if I recall correct, she had the house that someone were planning all of the assassination and such. And so she is on trial. She ended up being executed, but she's on trial, and somebody's going to be the prosecutor, and somebody's going to be the defense, and you're just trying to get her either convicted or freed. And let me pull up a couple of these pictures here, and you kind of see the board. So two people sit on either side. And what's really neat is the main mechanic is the Seven Wonders duel mechanic. You see up here with the cards. And so you kind of lay them out just kind of like in a Seven Wonders duel kind of way. And you can pick
I
whichever
love the
card.
artwork.
Oh, yeah. Well, and it's actually real pictures. They're colorized.
Okay.
It's very, very well done. Let me see here. Let me go to the next picture here. Yeah, you can kind of see there. And so you're going to pick cards, and down here is what the cost of that card is, and then the top is once you've paid for that. Just like a Seven Wonders duel, you can get the more cards you grab, you'll start getting other icons, and those icons will pay for bigger and better cards that will come out, and then will give you a bonus or something for the rest of the trial. You also start off with here's a better look at the board here. So there's three ways you can win. You get two jurors that are kind of already kind of on your side, each that only you can do, and you got to try to convince them. So you can win by convincing four jurors total, including the two that you have, and maybe three of these and one of yours. Or right here, there is a push and pull, guilty, not guilty. So as cards will come out, you'll be able to pull that thing down, or they might be able to pull it back. So if you get it down to one of your ends, that's another way you can win. And also there's just in trial points. Couldn't get enough jurors, couldn't get the push pull action, but then you could just win by trial points. And what's really neat is how you do it, you'll use your cards that you've gathered, and you can slide these jurors down, but they can also be slid back toward the other way. They can I got some evidence, and I'm gonna kind of pull you back my way.
Did
Right?
this come out before Lawyer Up? I mean, it's a
It did.
different gameplay.
I
But
believe it did. If not, it's very, very close.
yeah.
Then there's also dice. And these dice, the face values are the icons that you'll use that are icons on the board or on your cards. So maybe you don't have a way to pay for something, but I got some dice that I've gotten, and there might be a way I can re-roll the dice and try to get a bit so I can get, because these guys take a lot down here with the actions or the icons you need to kind of sway them. You also
came out the same year.
Okay, it came out the same year. Okay.
Yeah.
Then let's see here. I want to see if I can find there. You can kind of see, it's laid out, kind of way like Seven Wonders Duel. You see these right here. These are called sway tokens, and you can gather sway tokens. It's kind of like the money in Seven Wonders Duel, right? So first, I want to say this is not Seven Wonders Duel, the Lincoln assassination. It's just that mechanic. There is some. You can see they took a lot of influence, but they made it just a tad heavier because they put you now.
Okay.
I'm gonna put you into this courtroom battle, and you can play this courtroom battle. And so these sway tokens can use to manipulate dice, maybe help you with your cards, stuff like that. But the fascinating thing with the whole game is that you're going to learn the whole story. These are the real players. Some of these cards are like the knife, one of the knives that John Wilkes Booth have. John Wilkes Booth is in this game, right? So, and all that, some of the other cohorts in that whole conspiracy.
Is it the same publisher by any chance as the Seven Wonders?
No,
The Seven
nope.
Wonders
This is
Duel?
completely
Okay.
different guys. and what's really neat, it comes, and I actually have it looks like a book.
Okay.
Okay. And then you open it up inside, and it's got that picture, what you see there in that, a picture of Lincoln in his casket there. And then, of course, you got the board, and it's a really nice design. The pieces are really nice and everything, but it's just such a neat story. I mean, I've played this with my kids around, and they get into it, and they're like, "Oh wait, who's that guy?" Well, that was this guy who was doing this, because it's got a little book there that'll explain even who some of these people are. Um, and they are actually now working on another game, I think fairly similar, but they're probably gonna, make it a. There's always no game's perfect. They'll take the things that maybe some people didn't like, or maybe they're gonna change it up, about a World War I soldier that might have been wrongly accused or something. I forget how the whole story. It's called Profit Without Honor, I think is the
Oh,
name
I
of the
would love
game.
this. Yeah.
Yeah. And but it's not difficult, you know, at
How
all.
long would it take me to learn?
How long would it take you to learn?
Me.
I mean,
Me specifically, Gary. How
well,
long would it take me to
have you
learn?
already played Seven Wonders Duel?
No,
You've never played
but
it?
no,
You
I'm
never played?
interested.
Okay. Okay. Well, this card, all it
I'm
is,
called Board Games for One, Gary.
you are. Oh, that's right. Okay.
Rub it in. It's okay.
Basically, so you see this over here. Basically, you got these layouts. You can only take cards that are completely free. So you take a card, say a card was right here. If you took that card,
Well,
put it
don't
down
teach me
here.
how to play it. How
I'm
long do
gonna
you think it
teach
would
you the
take me?
main
Okay.
thing, and
Okay. All
you
right.
flip these cards, and then they're available to play, or
Okay.
available to be token. You go back and forth. But what's fascinating is that you can see some of the cards that are coming up, and you'd be looking ahead, and you're like, oh, I can't let that guy get that card. He's gonna sway that juror, and that kind of stuff. So maybe I'll try to, or you might take a card and turn it in and get some more sway. So no, the learning the game is actually not hard at all. It's actually a very easy game to learn. It's just like, once you start to see this kind of the strategy, like, oh, well, I don't want that person to get that. Oh, I really want that. I need that gun. I need them, to help me convince my jurors. So that's basically it. And then you got these dice that kind of add a little extra
I
flair to
like
it.
this because, and then we'll move to our last thing. But I like this. I'm glad you brought it up because I liked the idea of Lawyer Up, but
Yeah.
the way you play the cards in that, they don't necessarily really make a lot of sense for the case as far as actually gathering evidence. You're really just lining up, the right icons and things. Where this looks like you're actually playing out a court trial.
Yes.
So
With the real jurors. I mean, there's Brigadier General Albion. You want him on your
that's awesome.
side. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's I want to say, is there I think there's maybe 3 rounds, and the cards get better. You know,
Okay.
the witnesses get, ooh, these are the good witnesses, or this is the good evidence, and that kind of stuff. So there's multiple rounds, but once you learn it, it's a quick learn. It's just, I mean, you can play this easily in an hour.
Yeah. Awesome. Any questions on it, Nick? Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. No, actually, I'm actually excited about this other game you talked about, the
Halls of
World War
Hegra.
One game. Yeah, that sounds really interesting to me
Okay.
too. I think
Yeah.
both these games look really interesting.
Halls of Hegra is my
Awesome.
bigger, heavier, longer one. This would be my kind of shorterish medium game that
I'm
pretty
sorry.
much is, anybody could get into this one.
No, I mean the sequel that the developer's putting out, the World War One Prophet.
Oh, yeah.
the
Did you
title for a
find? Let's
second.
Sequel to
see.
this one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually very interested in that one. Without
Yes.
Honor. There we go.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh,
Profit
that's-
Without
I have to
Honor.
examine that one.
Yeah, I love this historical stuff. That's fantastic. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Our last thing. I'm sorry, Nick. We're not going to get to your last game. We actually, there's only about 3 minutes, but with the little blip there, if you guys are okay with going over about 5 minutes or so, I want to
Okay.
do a little 20 questions with you. So I have, and this is for any that have survived in the chat still, that have survived the great stream ending of 2024. Feel free to, it's an open book, it's 20 questions to figure out what board game I have in mind. I have picked one, and they are going to ask yes or no questions. I'll answer yes or no. All of my answers are based on what is in Board Game Geek. So if they ask, is it work or placement, I will only say yes if it says that in Board Game Geek. They're welcome to check anything they want, and you are welcome to help them. But you have to guess the game by the 20th question. So that's one of your questions. You'll be like, is it? Boom, boom, boom. And you can ask that at any point. If you're right, you get absolutely nothing but my congratulations. And if you're wrong, you get to feel shame.
Ha.
Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and start. Either one of you asks questions. Just make sure you let me know that you are asking a question. The other thing is, if you're totally lost, you can ask for a hint. It always comes with a price, and I determine that at the time.
Comes at a price.
Go ahead,
Gary,
Nick.
No, Gary, you really. This is
all right.
This is like you have to have deep levels of knowledge up against Mike. So I'm excited to see how this goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If you do that, I'm going to force it to go back and forth. Nick has to ask questions. All right.
Well, okay. So, first question.
Okay.
Is the game in the top? Last time I said 100, but I don't know if you'll do another 100. Is the game in the top 200 of the BGG rankings?
Yes.
Okay.
Is this game solitaire only?
Yes.
From the start.
Again, I'm going by the Board Game Geek descriptions.
Sure. So it's solitaire only, or there's a solo mode in it.
No, that was solitaire only.
Solitaire only.
Hey, okay. Todd, welcome. Help him with the 20 questions, please.
All right.
Yep, solitaire only. 2 questions.
Does the game have a space theme?
No.
Would this game be classified as a war game?
No.
And
you're allowed to guess in the chat. I know we only have a few that survive, but you're allowed to guess. You can type names and all that. Hey, Ultra Spider Cool. Yo. You're allowed to type a name if you think it's right, and they're allowed to guess it. So that was 4 questions.
Okay. Let me think. Was this game published within the last 5 years?
Asking me to do math. Oh my goodness.
So
yes.
Between 2019 and 2024, I guess. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I figured it out.
Does this game include miniatures?
No. Ultra Spider Cool. Oh my goodness. When you do get a hold of Deep Rock Galactic, you let me know, because I passed on picking it up. It just looked too big for me. I wanted to, but it's price point there. All right. So that's 5 questions, 5 questions.
I started, so yeah.
Yeah, we're at 5.
Does this game have a horror theme?
6 questions. Yes.
I think I know what it is.
You're allowed to ask. If you're wrong, it just counts as a question.
Let's see.
Oh, what's that?
I went super easy for you on this one.
Yeah, I know. I think I know what it is.
All right, hold on. Do you think you know what it is, Nick?
No. Oh, no, definitely not at all.
Okay.
I'm very excited to hear what Gary has to say.
Okay. What is it, Gary?
Final Girl.
Right behind me. I was trying to cover it. I'm like,
oh, what's it? I didn't even see it. Is it Final Girl?
Yes, I picked Final Girl. I'm like, it's storytelling. You're going to be able to get this one, but I won't be so nice to you next time. No, very good job, guys. I've kept you all the way over to 8:32. For those here, this is the part 2, because our first half of the stream dropped midway because I didn't have it plugged into an Ethernet cord, I think. So I'm going to make sure to start with that. So if you missed that first half, that will be uploaded and ready pretty soon. But it's been a full hour, and I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I won't be going live in December. December gets pretty busy, so I just decided we won't do that. But I will be doing a live again in January, and you will both, of course, be invited. I understand when you can't, but I sure hope you can, because this is good fun. All
Yeah,
right.
it was a blast.
Oh
Thanks for
yeah,
having me.
this is
Yeah.
great.
And thank you,
I always
chat.
hope
I'm
I can
sorry.
increase my knowledge.
Honestly, believe it or not, it's what do they call that? An imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
I have that problem too, where I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know anything. That's why I host. So I can get dropped. Thank you, chat. I love you all. I'm gonna end the stream now. 3, 2, 1. Y'all take care.
See ya.